Welcome back to episode 24 of Keeping It Real with Strix. I have gotten rid of my outpost over here, and now I can actually make my refinery. So let's see. Right back here is where it starts getting higher than everything else. So I'll start my build over here and make sure that it's high enough that I can actually get underneath it for things. That should be plenty enough. Just go ahead and run out some steel blocks here. I am going to need parking spots for all of my smaller ships as well, and a docking station or a docking port for my station. As well as room for at least 6 refineries, which I have the parts for because they're the ones I already had built. And then farms. I don't know exactly how many farms I need, but probably quite a few. So let's see if I can actually keep this all lined up for the most part the first time. Whoop. Voxel got in my way. And this apparently is going most of the way over to the wall. I need my drill, because I can't keep adding things onto that end. That's easy enough though. Let's come over here, drill. There's my tier 3 elite drill, page 2. And let's just clear some of this out of my way. The good old right click clearing. There we go. And I'll have to weld those up some before I can effectively move this without breaking it all up, I think. But I can get some of it out of the way. Actually, that worked out pretty well. 2.95 kilometers. Let me drop off this steel and go grab that, because more plants. I need as many fruits and vegetables as I can get, because I am well behind on being able to get all of that rolling. Gotta keep a close eye on time. I have at this point 2 hours before I run my game of Chrono Conquest for Sunday morning, and I still have a bit of preparation to complete. By a bit of preparation, I mean making a few monsters to waylay them along their path. And I feel safe saying such things because this is actually going to be set to upload while I'm running. So they won't see me saying that I'm having to write all that up until afterward. What they don't know won't hurt them. Grab that. But hey, considering the fact I'm usually running by the seat of my pants, at least this time I'm actually coming up with something ahead of time. I have gotten very good at ad-lib though, thanks to all the years I've run games just by designing a world and using improv to deal with what my players are doing. That's all because 32 years ago, up until about 29 years ago, when I first started out as a dungeon master, I would write up all of these very awesome games, put everything I could into writing them up, and 5 minutes into the game, sitting at the table, the players have completely thrown everything out the window that I had written. I don't need the drill anymore. so I just started not writing up games. Started studying geography, geology, pretty much anything and everything I could about the real world, and use that to make worlds that are believable, feel alive, and that players want to go and explore. And actually, that does help the improv of running a game a lot, having the world made. That being said, with Chrono Conquest, I'm going about things in an odd manner. I'm actually only building one continent for the world, wanting other dungeon masters, game masters, whichever you prefer, to join the community and help me build things. There are 4 other continents on the world that I'm making, and technically that world is one of 2, because it's a binary system, binary planet system. You have Talam, which is the world I'm working on, and Kantra, which my wife is working on. Well, she had said she wanted to work on it. I'll put it that way. She actually works a job, though, still, and doesn't get a whole lot of time, and wants to be able to unwind and blow things up and play video games herself. So I will likely also be looking for other people to create there. Ooh. And one of the main reasons I want different people creating it is, different regions of the world should have a completely different feel. And though I can do pretty well at such things, it's a lot easier to get a completely different feel by having a different author. So this is a really big floor I've laid out, without question. I'm still going to need to put holes in here for my conveyor network. But first, just get this whole floor laid out with its frames here. And then I can come back through and figure out where I'm putting my refineries, my batteries and reactor, and of course the farms. And I think I'm going to get slightly tricky with the way I'm setting up the farms. I don't want the composter to grab anything other than the mushrooms. So I'm probably going to have 2 mushroom farms. One set up to just get the actual mushrooms, and the other one set up to constantly get more organic matter.
Energy low.
Good old energy low warning. I've almost got this floor put in here though. And this is going to be much better than what I had before, because I've got plenty of room underneath for flying around and doing my conveyor networks and such. I think I want these to be angled blocks though, just because it'll look better. Alright. So light armor slopes, pull those down. I'm not going to worry about the backside because this might wind up being made longer. But this is going to be the overall front of the refinery. So may as well get these done in a more proper fashion. There we go. And then I'm going to need refineries. And I would prefer them to be right side up. And I'm going to put them over towards the back. Okay, so right there, and skip 2, there, skip 2.
Energy critical.
How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to skip 2 more. There we go. I really need to do something about my power. So I've got 3 of my 4 ships over here. And I have my welding ship, which for some reason I can't remember the name of right now. See, like I said, I'm just horrible with names. The Imhotep. How could I forget Imhotep? I've got that parked back here so I can fill it up with what I need and get back in here and build. I've got enough power to get some stuff done, so let's grab some interior plates. I do need a little bit of steel still. But first, I just want to get these conveyor blocks set in. Conveyor junctions. Let's see, there we go. Whoops, 4, 5, and 6. And you've got to go. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These are all just going to be batteries back here. That is a lot of batteries, but I think that'll be quite useful for storing everything up for power. I am going to put solar panels out either side here, though that might be a little while before it gets done. Shove these back in here, grab some more steel. Steel, not streel. And get these refineries put down. Actually, you know what? No, not yet. I need to just go ahead and load up the Imhotep and come weld what I've got. Would be a good way to start things. I've got only 10 minutes-ish I've been running thus far, so I've still got time. I keep hitting the R instead of the T. Okay, I actually also want to make sure that I get all of the stuff for 6 conveyor junctions in there. Now, this would be difficult if I had any of the stuff already in here for that, but I don't. So let's actually move this over here. Do this ship's cargo on this side, and all the cargo on that side. And then, there we go. There's all of that stuff, and back to cramming in steel. And I'm just going to fill my ship up, all the cargo, with steel, if I can. Oh, I can't. That's unfortunate. Yep, that is the entirety of my steel. So let's see if I can back up. Sorry, unknown signal, you're going to go ignored this time. I have work to get done, and little time to do it. Oh my goodness. The Imhotep is very, very full. Wiggle back and forth so I can get some upward momentum going. And there we go. Now at least I am over the Proteus. Turn on the lights, because I'm going to need that as well. And let's just go ahead and get started on where those conveyor junctions are back here. I'm afraid I'm going to run into something. But here we go. This is somewhere near where they start. I'm going to leave that back row alone for right this second, because I don't have all the stuff for welding up the batteries. I've just got all these steel plates and the stuff for those junctions. So I'm still trying to figure out what kind of monster I want to waylay them along the way, and that's actually going to be the greater bulk of the game, is their travel to where they're going to war, and the enemy that they are going to be waylaid by. And then I'm only a couple more sessions beyond this one of finishing that campaign, which means I do need to actually get the rest of the work done on my Alpha 1 build for Chrono Conquest. I cut myself short on my work on the positive traits, because honestly, there's a crap load of those that I could put in, and I can't think of all of them. So now I'm working on the negative traits for species creation, after having done 62 positive traits. So if I can get somewhere near that for the negative traits, I'll be happy. It'll give me an interesting way to build more balanced species this time around. This is getting built up nice and quick. So on the Imhotep and on the Hungry Shrimp, I really should have done the same kind of thing I did on my Linhart Miner, which is the event controllers and emotion controllers to let me know when my cargo is full. I don't have that on these. So it was actually kind of fun tearing apart the base and having to remind myself that I need to check my inventory. Okay, stop going sideways, stop it. Come on, you foundational builder. Build my foundations. Still got lots of steel though. I don't think I've got enough to build all of this up, and I don't have enough to build up my refineries along with this floor. So I'm going to have to make more steel. I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of iron in there. If not, I've got iron right behind me that I can go and get. Oh. I'm messing myself up. I'm looking at this thinking it's only 3 wide when I know it's 4 wide. But as I was saying, the region that they're running around in right now that I need to figure out a creature or monster to throw at them for is a bamboo jungle, the Malay Garden, named after the goddess of plants, Malay. Her earthly domain, as it were. Which is actually where they live, in Mangrath Village, named for the tribe of Monitor folk that I suppose you could say the main character is from. Typically, a tabletop game doesn't have main characters, but he was the original player. I just had 2 players originally, and it was him and his friend, and they had decided he was the main character. Unfortunately, his friend couldn't stick with us, but we've picked up a couple other players along the way. And he still winds up being the main character because, well, he's the chief of the village. That's a pretty important role. And his negotiation skills, despite being a monitor folk, which is based off of a mangrove monitor. Go ahead and look those up. Those are fun critters. He's absolutely phenomenal with his negotiation skills. Like, thus far, he's put together a coalition of dwarves, merfolk, elves from various different cities. The bird folk, which originally were called Reptarian and Brisseri, but I have actually changed the names of all the species. I'm still just using what they're based off of so that people recognize that much more quickly. This thing is still too full, and I can feel it in how it's driving. Like, one of the things I've done in the Malay garden is I like pandas, but pandas in our world have gone down a cul-de-sac that is leading to the demise of those creatures. Like, they only eat bamboo and stuff. They still have the makeup of predators, but they don't eat meat anymore. Had they continued eating meat, they probably wouldn't be so close to extinction. And so the Malay garden is one of the places where pandas are, and though they may snack here and there on bamboo, their primary food is whatever doesn't outrun them. You know, much like other bears. They'll just eat whatever they can get a hold of. Meat, berries, honey, anything and everything with calories. Now, grizzly bears I understand pretty well. That's part of the joy of living in Wyoming. Get to see them every now and then. Also get to hear the sad news of things like grizzly bear 399, also known as the Queen of the Tetons, a grizzly bear who has given birth to an awful lot of the bears over in that region. She got hit by a car a month or 2 ago and passed away, which is sad. Always sad to hear about such majestic creatures being taken out. Alright, there's half of the floor. That's actually pretty good. How's my steel doing? Still got a decent bit. So let's see if I can get back over here and get the next strip of 4. Why are you going down? I'm hitting spacebar. That's up, not down. If I were hitting control, I could understand. Or C. Now I'm wondering what game it is I play that has control as your going down button. Because it's not this one. Empyrean Galactic Survival. That's the one. I was fiddling on that a little bit before. That's one that I definitely want to actually play on a server with friends. But I have to first be able to get a server running. And that one's also much more narrative based than this is. Let's see, time 8:21. So I should be able to at least get this floor done in here in the time that I have before I've got to break off and start preparing for this morning's game. But maybe I should see if I can get started on a couple of my refineries at least. Would not be a bad idea. Let's just go ahead and nose down. I was going to try drifting and getting it done, but that is not working so well. Got to drift slower. There we go, 0.33. Maybe that's going to be slow enough to get these all welded up before it gets on. That seems to be working great. If I can stop bumping into things and slowing myself down. Yeah, this flush cockpit's actually really good for looking up like this to see where I'm going forward. It's hilarious how quickly this one became my favorite cockpit. I still really like the cab a lot too, for the way its screens are all laid out. It's LCDs. It has a good layout for those. That's something that this doesn't have. That's kind of a poor layout for the screens. But great visibility. This drifting is working really well here, actually. A lot faster than I was going before. But I'm going to go ahead and pause the video up for a few. I will bring it back once I'm ready to actually work on these refineries. Alright, so back over here, and I've still got a bunch of steel left. I've got most of the floors done. I did have to replace one of my welders because I bumped it a little hard on the floor that I just got through welding up and shattered it. I just have the steel on me, so I'm still going to have a lot of other things to finish on these refineries, but I should be able to get most, if not all, of the steel into them. We will see. I am hopeful. Let's see. I still have 4,500. Okay. So I should be able to finish up the steel on them, I think. Well, no, probably not. I've only got 3 of them steeled up. And I can't remember how much it is, but I know it's over 1,000. This is what I get for waking up early in the morning when my brain doesn't function and going straight to making a video. It is what it is. Boop. Almost out of cigarettes. This is a terrible place to be when you are out of money. Alrighty then. That should be all of the required steel loaded up. Yep, so let's just go ahead and grab these 6. And get back in the Hemotep. And now it flies really well because it's mostly empty. And let's just go park right here on the front of the Proteus. Whoa. It's got the right gyros to be able to turn while it's full, but my goodness, it's insane when not full. Okay, so still looking just at this vessel. Go to cargo, not catgo, and pull everything over. Oh, that was quick and easy. Go get those put back together. I don't know why that was wiggling. It shouldn't have been wiggling. Whoa. Bad angles are bad for trying to actually maneuver yourself. In case you hadn't known that. I'm sure everyone watching did know that, though. Well, that's quick and easy. I still need to get yield modules on these. Absolutely. Wait. Turn those off. It gave me everything I needed, but it's not giving me everything I need. What's in here? Yeah, it gave me all the stuff for 1. I had 6 on there, it just gave me 1. So let's try 5 now. Whoops. I was right on top of that, obviously. Now, why is this thing being so mean? Yeah, I should have had all of the materials in there for them, because I had these 6 put together and I haven't used their parts anywhere else. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on there? Okay, it's my dampers. So if I turn the dampers off, that solves it. Okay. Little weird, but whatever you say. That's 1. It gave me the stuff for 1. That is not very conducive to what I'm trying to do. So let's just search water, because I've got everything in this 1 cargo container, including my water. So let's see here. Just give me all of those, all of those, all of the metal grids, and all of the computers. Do I not have any more computers in here? Yeah, I do, right there. Okay, so those are the things that are needed. Let's see if I now have enough of them. Oh yeah, I should definitely have enough of them because I grabbed everything I've got. I don't know why it was just giving me 1. That is very silly of it. I should have room to be able to get into the back side of all of these for putting on the yield modules on each one. Okay, now what? What are you short on? Why are you not finishing? Turn that off. I didn't even grab the motors. Okay, gotcha. So I will need to come back through with a bunch of motors. But I can get everything else put into these. And then I'll just park near instead of parking on that and just throw them straight into the cargo system here. Turn those off so I don't cook myself. Alright, motors. I want all the motors. Can only do 46 at a time. Overall, I think 3 loads of the motor will work. I don't think it needs that many at a time. I should have looked at the number. Would have been far more effective. But let's go see what I can do now. Can I actually get these online? Since everything is continuously working against me. Thank you, Factorum, for all of your lag. One of these days I'm going to go out there and start smashing all of you. Stealing your prototech blocks. But that's going to take a little bit. Well, probably not too awful long now that I've got that station put together and I'm putting together a proper refinery area. Still going to need cargo over here. But there we go. That's all of those put together. I still have some steel. Perhaps enough to finish up this line here. Maybe even with all the steel that the batteries need. But in any case, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here and just finish welding up this stuff, and I'll probably finish welding up the batteries off camera as well. Whoop, too fast. Because those are going to need to be done as soon as possible, otherwise nothing here will work. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you want to see what I get up to in the future, there is always that subscribe button. So until next time, have a good one.